It is 6:15 in Douala. Thanks and welcome to the news. I'm Kijang Henry at Timby. Years after the deadly Nyos gas disaster, survivors continue to wrestle with painful memories and deadly hardship. On this anniversary, tribute is being paid to their courage and resilience in rebuilding life after the tragedy. And the Constitutional Council has thrown out two post-electoral petitions from Joshua Osi and Isa Chiroma Bakari, ruling that their challenges over ballot symbols against Pews and UDC were filed too late to be considered. And as the date of the October presidential polls narrows down, Elections Cameroon regional delegates have been instructed to intensify field work and streamline voters' surveys following fresh directives issued in Yaoundé by Elecam's Director General, Eric Esuse. Top stories. Welcome back. Consult us on our respective platforms on Canal International. We go back memory lane as 39 years after the deadly Nyos gas disaster. Survivors are still continuing with wrestling with painful memories of the incident as the undue daily hardship. And so on this anniversary, we are paying tribute to their resilience, courage, as well as what they stand for in rebuilding life after the tragedy. Hyacinth Chia takes us memory lane 39 years ago.
It is surely the longest night of your entire life. A night you slept by your loved ones, but woke up and couldn't say good morning as usual. A night you saw yourself battling in between two worlds, asking thousands of questions but receiving no answers. A night you rush out from your family house in the morning to communion with your domestic birds and animals as usual, but they were all gone. 21st of August 1986, you survived the unthinkable and unbearable outcome of the Nyos gas disaster. Only God knows how you came out alive. Rescued and taken to different resettlement camps in Bwabwa and Kimbi in the Boom subdivision, Boyo division, as well as Bafmen, Eso and others in the Menchum division. You restarted life from scratch and have navigated through for 39 years. Yes, 39 years of great expectations, 39 years of hardship, 39 years of daily cries for basic infrastructure, and 39 years of hope. The situation worsened by the prevailing Anglophone crisis, with some of the dilapidated resettlement homes burned to ashes. Your daily battles refresh the memories for sure, but you have demonstrated a high sense of resilience in the face of the standing challenges. Your cry of living a normal life once again may be fallen on deaf ears, but what has kept you going for 39 years is definitely stronger than what can stop you now. You are a symbol of resistance, a symbol of endurance, a symbol of courage, and a symbol of living life against all odds. Yes, you have demonstrated that over the years, and your smiles on this anniversary should override your heavy memories.
Oh, what a poetic and sad memory of what happened 39 years ago in Nyos. And we continue with the Constitutional Council that has thrown out two post-electoral petitions from Joshua Osi and Isa Chiroma Bakari. The Constitutional Council has ruled out that the battle on symbols against Pews and the UDC party were filed too late to be considered. Once more, Hyacinth Chair reports from the Constitutional Council.
Le Conseil déclare la requête du candidat aussi irrecevable.
About 20 minutes of hearing of Joshua Osi's petition, candidates of the Social Democratic Front against Serge Espoir Matumba and Pews, Elekam and Minad on the usage of similar symbols on the ballot papers ahead of the October 12, 2025 presidential election. Clement Atangana and the Constitutional Council rejecting the appeal on basis that it is filed after the deadline.
Le cas ne peut même pas être examiné au fond, simplement parce que c'est au plus tard le 28 juillet 2025 que la cause aurait dû être portée devant le Conseil constitutionnel.
A decision that does not go down well with the SDF.
If the Constitutional Council is unable to handle this issue because they claim that it came after the due time of 2 days after the notification of the list. Meanwhile, this candidate, at the time of the notification of the list, his color was blue. But now when he discovered that the SDF has a rose color and that the candidate of the SDF has a white dress with a fist up, he changed his color to red and wore a white dress and took his fist up. And the Constitutional Council is unable to handle this. This fellow is aware of the fact that he can use the structures of the SDF. He can use the ignorance of the parents who will go to vote for the SDF, who will not be able to distinguish. Because now the only thing that may distinguish the face of the candidate.
Same for the case of the candidate of the Cameroon National Salvation Front Party, Issa Chiruma Bakari, who petitioned the council on similar issue of copied colors by the UDC. But in less than 10 minutes of examining the file, the council simply rejected, and the plaintiff was not even present to plead his case.
Thanks very much, Hyacinth Chair, for that report. And we move over to something different. 5 months after regaining his freedom from captivity, Roland Ewane has officially assumed duties as the new divisional officer of Ngumo, that is in the central region of the country. And of course, pledging close collaboration with the population under his jurisdiction. Huri Amadu.
Meeting with the regional delegates of Elekam this Thursday, August 21st, at the headquarters of Elections Cameroon in Yaoundé, the Director General of Elections, Eric Esuse, is taking stock of the level of preparations on the field.
We want to organize a very good election, fair, transparent and objective elections. We know that it is a heavy task, but we have to do all our capacity to succeed these organizations, these material organizations, in distributing electoral cards, in producing the electoral list, and in organizing polling stations, and so on and so on. There are many tasks to achieve. Our institution has the capacity to overcome, and I think that, as usual, we overcome.
The regional representatives say the exercise ahead of the October 12 presidential election is in a good footing.
We have a common ground, common information, and a common plan of action, and a common way of approaching the all other activities and evading the challenges that are confronted, that we shall be confronted with in the days ahead.
You know, we're coming from the area where there is crisis, and as well to know the security constraint and how Elecam will unfold the activities of elections within the Southwest, which will go peaceful, transparent, and inclusive.
The strategic meeting is also geared towards harmonizing actions and seeking solutions to standing challenges.
Thanks very much, Hyacinth Chair. And adolescents and young people are the most vulnerable and active groups in the country. And of course, they still face steep barriers to healthcare access in the country. And of course, UNESCO has been working in collaboration with the Cameroonian government to make sure they pull out these youths from the doldrums. Ngamo Beatrice.
At the age of 18, 80% of adolescents and young people in Cameroon are sexually active and so exposed to numerous illnesses such as HIV, hepatitis, and other STDs, though ignored by most parents. So leaving the most vulnerable. They, however, know the dangerous, risky situation they find themselves today. Talk of group sex. We are exposed to cross-generational sex, sugar daddy phenomenon. We are exposed to drugs and other narcotics, and same time we are the ones without the right information. Need therefore to adopt maximum measures, be it regulatory or legislative, to facilitate access of youth to healthcare services. The advantages of healthy majority, as they put it, abound. Making Cameroonian youths to become more responsible by offering them tips and tools to be in good health. It will, for example, limit certain practices and favor early access of adolescents and young people to health services once infected. Focus of the exchange between the media and Cameroonian Network for Positive Adolescents and Young People, Research Plus, at UNESCO office in Yaoundé. This is to strengthen the media capacity on major issues related to healthcare promotion, equipping them with what it takes to raise awareness and advocate for measures to uplift these barriers.
Thanks. And UNICEF and the Cameroon's leading business group, JECAM, have called on companies to put children at the heart of their policies, stressing that parents' availability and the fight against child labor are actually crucial to protecting children's rights, especially in a changing digital era. Let's have the details with Bouquet Melinge.
A crucial takeaway from the meeting was that parents are the cornerstones of their children's well-being, and it is every business's responsibility to implement measures that enable parents to fulfill this role effectively.
The dialogue was for them to raise awareness and to promote the business principle for children's rights, and also to get to know more about what they are already doing and how we can team up and to improve what they are already doing.
The gathering also provided an opportunity for businesses to showcase their initiatives aimed at promoting children's rights, particularly in the face of digital threats.
We have a program called Child Online, as I told you, where we can make sure that we have an eye on what the children are watching.
However, the discussions also highlighted areas of concern and shortcomings. Participants emphasized the need for collective actions to address these gaps.
We have 12 years children today who have their GC advanced level. So we have to protect them. Even when they are very smart, we have to make sure that at work, at home, with their friends, in every environment, they are safe.
So our hope is that many more can support, not only supporting directly UNICEF, but really supporting the community.
It should be mentioned that the number of vulnerable youth is on a steady rise, especially with the growing influence of digitalization, where parents find it difficult to control their children.
Bukebelege reporting there, and 5 months after regaining his freedom from captivity, Roland Ewane has officially assumed duties as the new divisional officer of Ngumu, that is in the central region of Cameroon, and has been pledging collaboration with the population under his new jurisdiction. Details with Huri Amadou.
Voici votre sous-préfet.
In an atmosphere of conviviality spiced with sounds and colors, the population of Ngumu in the Central region welcomes new divisional officer in the person of Ewane Roland Eke this August 21st. The new divisional officer takes command with a strong engagement to work in close collaboration with the population of Ngumu.
It is true that the subdivisions are not the same. The challenges of this place will not be the same like that my former station, but I'm very sure that working with everybody will be able to overcome.
Taking over from Albert Tabga, Roland Ewane's appointment is a new era for someone coming from captivity after 5 months with rebels. Here, he is expected to reinforce collaboration within the community in a bid to foster development in the locality in the face of upcoming election.
Consistent presence at your post and when necessary in the field
will serve as a model for your collaborators to emulate. Similarly, qualities such as availability, courtesy, attentiveness, and a warm reception of users are essential.
The ceremony was chaired by the Senior Divisional Officer Adeline Claude Sopé-Moté, was attended by a cream of elites from the Southwest region, religious and traditional rulers. Born in the Southwest region, Ewane Roland Eke obtained his first school living certificate in 1975, his GC ordinary level in 1994 at Bokwango, advanced level at GBHS Moliko in 1997, and later earned a degree in journalism and mass communication from the University of Boya in 2001. The former divisional officer of Ida Bato, Ndian, is married and father of 5.
Huri Ahmad reporting there. Thanks, Huri. And from the Muslim, or for many Muslim women, the veil is just more than religious symbol. It is a source of their dignity, protection, and identity. We take you round the veil with Sharifa Saleh as religious leaders say it safeguards the woman from modesty while affirming women's personal choices.
They feel comfortable in them, they say. For Muslim women in Douala, veils are more than garments. They are expressions of faith and a source of confidence. I wear my veil everywhere, be it in professional milieu, at home, or normal gatherings, but I can change how I wear them depending on the environment, like when I go for sports. What I am wearing on now, I can't put it on when I go for sports. The only time they take them off is when they are at home, away from the public eye. The sentiment is widely shared. Many say that the veil not only preserves their modesty, but also allows them to engage freely in the city's crowded spaces, from markets to offices, without feeling exposed. Vendors say demand for veils is constant, with no specific season or occasion driving sales. A Muslim scholar in Douala has reiterated the religious foundation of the practice. He explained that Islamic teachings encourage women to cover their bodies as a mark of modesty and obedience to God.
Allah said, "O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to draw their hijab over their bodies." Why? Because that will be better, that they should be known as free, respectable women.
But in Douala, Muslim women insist that veiling is above all a matter of conviction and choice. For them, the veil is not a simple fabric. It is a comfort, virtue, and an outward reflection of their inner faith.
Sharifa Saleh reporting there, and of course drawing the curtains for this edition of the 6:15 with me, Kejang Henry Atimbi. Thanking you for being there with us. Goodbye.